Hello students! Welcome to another video for grade 8 Mathematics Activity Sheet. This time, we will be having the quarter 4 Most Essential Learning Competency 5, 6, and 7, and we will be discussing the content for 10 minutes. If in case you would not be able to discuss some, then it would be up to you to read the remaining discussions from your activity sheet. Now let us have first the milk number 5, which is about determining the conditions under which lines and segments are parallel or perpendicular. We will have the background information for the learners. First one is about parallelism. Two lines are parallel if and only if they are coplanar and they do not intersect. In our diagram, we have line M is parallel to line N. This symbol here is read as is parallel and the symbol for parallel. Again, we have line M and line N, and they are parallel lines because they lie on one plane and they do not intersect. Nagtapo. These two lines, M and N, is cut by a transversal line which is named as line T. Tanggin cut ni transversal line ang daywa ka parallel lines M and N, there are 8 angles formed. We have here an angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, angle 6, angle 7, and angle 8. Two lines that intersects two or more lines at different points is called a transversal line. The angles formed by the transversal with the two other lines are called exterior angles and interior angles. The exterior angles, they are the angle 1, angle 2, angle 7, angle 8. While interior angles are angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. The pairs of angles formed by the transversal with the other two lines are corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, alternate exterior angles, interior angles on the same side of the transversal, and the exterior angles on the same side of the transversal. Now, you can locate the different pairs of angles so that you would be able to know which are the corresponding angles, the alternate interior angles, and the other pairs of angles. Now, this symbol, do not be confused. This is read as angle, which means that that is a symbol for an angle. Bukod imo it pareho sa symbol it less than. This one is a symbol for less than, while the symbol for an angle is this. So kung manotice ninyo, ang hadi nga part hay flat imaw, while for the symbol for less than hay naga diagonal na. So this is read as angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 7, angle 4 and angle 8. So you can locate them on our example here or diagram here so that it would be easier for you to know that they are the pairs of corresponding angles. Next, if two lines are cut by transversal, then the two lines are parallel. So, corresponding angles are congruent, alternate interior angles are congruent, alternate exterior angles are congruent, interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary, and exterior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. So, let us recall what is meant by congruent. Two pairs of angles or two angles with the same measure. if the first angle has a measure of 50 degree, then the other one should have the measure of 50 degree para sandahay mahambal nga congruent. So, ang pares it mga angles nga congruent sa aton nga diagram nga to kaina would be the corresponding angles, alternate exterior angles, ag alternate exterior angles. Pero pag interior angles on the same side of the transversal, ag exterior angles of the same side of the transversal, they are supplementary. Pag inhambay naton nga supplementary, ang anda nga measure, pag in-add ang measure it daywa ka angle, will have a total of 180 degree. So, kung isang angle hay may measure nga 100 degree, then ang sambilog nga angle hay may measure nga 80 degree, so they are supplementary because 100 plus 80 equals 180. Okay, so that one would be about parallel lines cut by a transversal line and the angles formed. Parallel ang daywa ka linya if they lie on one plane and they do not intersect. Wa sa nagtabo. Now, let us go to the concept of perpendicularity. Two lines that intersect to form right angles are said to be perpendicular. This is not limited to lines only. Segments and rays can also be perpendicular. Perpendicular bisector of a segment is a line or a ray or another segment that is perpendicular to the segment and intersects the segment at its midpoint. The distance between two lines is the perpendicular distance between one of the lines and any point on the other line. So this is a bit longer for an explanation. So let us try to recall first some terms. Right angles. Pag inhambay naton nga right angle, ang imaw ang klase it angle nga may measure nga 90 degree. So, siguro natandaan manan sa mga previous years nga may mga iba't ibang klaseng angle. Pero pag inhambagid naton nga right angle imaw, ang ana nga measure hay equals kay 90 degree. Pag inhambay naton nga segment, this is an illustration of a segment. It has two endpoints. So we could name this segment as segment AB. Pag ginhambang man naton nga ray, this is an illustration of a ray. It has one endpoint and on the other line, it has an arrow. Pag ginhambang naton imaw nga line, on both ends na hay may arrow. Now, ano won ang gubot hambagon? It perpendicular. Sa hading illustration, we have two segments. Ag manotice ninyo nga may small angle hudi. So, this angle formed here has a measure of 90 degree. Paano nasayran? Dahil may nakabutang nga small square. Ang small square, imaw ang clue nga ang measure it hading angle nga na-formed hay 90 degree. So, gubot hambagon, these two segments is perpendicular to each other because the angle formed here is a right angle which has a measure of 90 degree. Paano nasayran nga may right angle, ma'am? Haywa man kita gamit it protractor. That is because of an indicator here which is a small square. Now, on the other diagram here, we have a perpendicular bisector. Pag inhambay naton nga bisect or bisector, hay nagduha imaw sa linya or sa segment into two congruent parts. Ang aton nga bisector is the line P because the segment XY is congruent to segment YZ. Gubot hambagon, ginduha ni line P si segment XZ into two congruent segments which are the segment XY and the segment YC. Ngani, si line P ay ginatawag nga perpendicular bisector. Does it follow nga ang hadi nga measure man na hay 90 degree? Yes.